Hello and welcome to Yoga with Glenn. I'm Glenn. Today I have a de-stressing yoga flow for you. I hope you really enjoy it. I hope it really works to just de-stress and calm the mind and body. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hop in some comfy clothes, hop on your mat, and let's get started. To begin our session today, let's get down on your mat into child's pose. If you'd like to grab a blanket or any other prop to make yourself most comfortable, please do so. I always like a blanket under my knees and ankles just for some comfort. Bring the knees to the mat wide, bring the big toes to touch, and sink the hips back onto the heels, or as close as they'll go. Forehead on the mat or resting on something, whether that be a yoga block, a pillow, another blanket, whatever you need. And this is a good time that we can get in tune with our breath. Our breath is a very powerful tool that we can use to de-stress and calm the mind and body. Inhaling through the nose, feel the belly press against the thighs. And that moves the pressure maybe to the low back. Feel how you can sort of massage the low back with the breath. Easy exhale through the nose or mouth, letting everything go. It's important to inhale as deeply as you can and then exhale, making sure you let all the air out of the lungs. Start with about 4 or 5 seconds. Inhale, and try to match that on the exhale. Breath is also a powerful thing you can use if your body is struggling in a posture. It's important to not hold tension in any space, but if there is a spot of tension, just focusing on your breath will just help you relax and will let your body sink into the posture. Just a couple more breaths to go here in this child's pose. Make your inhales deep and fulfilling, and imagine letting go of all tension and stress with the exhale. After your next exhale, with an inhale, we'll press ourselves up into table posture, stacking the hips over the knees, the shoulders over the wrists. And with an inhale, we'll lift the tailbone up to the sky, dropping the belly, lifting the chin and chest for cow pose. And then with an exhale, we'll tuck the tailbone, press through the earth with the hands, pressing the spine towards the sky, rounding the back for cat pose. And inhale for cow. A breath or two here, and then an exhale for cat. A couple more rounds of this, following the breath. But if you'd like to stay in one or the other or both for an extra breath or two, of course, feel free to do so. This is a great way of preparing the body to move, really warming up the spine. If you want to turn up the treatment in cat pose, you can come up onto the fingertips, sort of like you have a cupcake under your hand, and walk those fingertips back towards the knees, really pressing the spine up towards the sky. And then come back down to your hands, and if you want to turn up Cow pose. You can bend at the elbows and really try to lift the tailbone up. Really try to drop the belly down. Lifting the chin, lifting the chest. One more time in each. And then when you're ready, come to a neutral table posture. Tuck the toes if they're not already, and lift the hips up. Press yourself back into downward facing dog. If you have a blanket under you, that's okay. It can stay there for now. But in downward facing dog, you're really pressing through the earth with the hands again, pressing the chest back towards the thighs. Wiggle the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Ease where there can be ease. Tension where there needs to be tension. In this downward facing dog, we can pedal out the feet, feeling length in the back of the legs. Heels as close to the ground as possible. They don't have to touch the ground. Another breath. Come back down to table posture. Go ahead and remove any props if you have props underneath you. And then press yourself back again into downward facing dog with an exhale. And look forward between the hands and start to bring little baby steps, walking yourself forward between the hands until you're in this standing forward fold. Let the arms hang heavy. I recommend a generous bend at the knee just so the torso can rest against the thighs. And feel free to be playful here, sway back and forth, side to side. Remember to let go of worries, let go of tension. You can bring a modification into this and just grab the elbows gently with the hands. It's a ragdoll modification. Straighten one leg, feel the body sway. Rebend, straighten the other. Rebend. Feel where the breath goes now. Maybe it's similar to child's pose. You're breathing in against the thighs. And release your hands. Bring the hands back down to the ground and step back. With the left leg, bring the left leg down to the ground. Lift the shoulders up over the hips in this low lunge. With an inhale, bring the left arm up. And then just take this lateral bend, really feel length here in the left side body. Let the right arm hang heavy. Don't reach towards the ground, but as the right arm's hanging heavy, see if it can touch the ground. Important to breathe here. We can move ourselves forward just to turn up the treatment a bit. Another breath or two here. Really trying to bend. And inhale, come back up to the center. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Step back up into this forward fold. And then hang heavy again. Maybe you can straighten the knees a little bit more here. Trying to rest the torso against the thighs. Sway. Be playful with this posture. Make it unique to you. And then when you're ready, come to stillness. Plant the hands. Step back with the opposite leg. Right knee to the mat. And then when you're ready, with an inhale, lift the shoulders up over the hips. Same thing, opposite side, right arm, bring it overhead. Let the left arm hang heavy. And breathe. Important to breathe. Just relax. Ease where there can be ease. Tension where there needs to be tension. Bring the body forward. Really see where length is happening. In the front of the right leg, for instance. Another breath or two. And then with an inhale, come back up, drop the hand. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Come back to table posture. And then swing the legs around, come down onto the bottom. And stretch the legs out long, toes pointed up. If you have a blanket, you want to use a blanket, we're going to do just seated forward fold. I recommend a blanket, maybe between the legs and the belly, just right at the hip crease. Walk your sit bones back a little bit. That way you're not dumped back like this. You're sort of up in proper posture, sitting on the sit bones. Inhale, arms come up, and then exhale, folding forward. Of course, if your torso doesn't quite reach the legs, that's okay. You can adjust the blanket. That way, your torso is resting on something. Feel free to grab the shins, ankles, bottoms of the feet, tops of the toes, whatever's most comfortable for you. If you have a hold of any part of your foot, if you'd like to turn up this treatment a little bit, you can press forward with the feet and notice how that brings you further down towards your legs. A steady breath during all of this, of course. And remember not to overdo it. Your breath will carry you through this posture. Just keep breathing. Keep letting your body and your mind just relax. If you're in this posture and still doesn't feel quite comfortable, you can slide the heels towards you, bending at the knee. And again, just bringing the torso to the thighs even more. And if you're there and that seems a little too easy for you, then slowly slide the heels forward. Many options available to you here. After your next exhale, bring the hands to the mat and walk yourself up tall. Move the prop off to the side. Bring the arms around behind you, fingers facing away. Bend at the knee, open up the hips. And just bask back, opening up the heart space as well. A counter posture here. You can sort of windshield wiper the legs side to side. And when you're satisfied, come back up to seated. Scoot forward just a little bit on your mat. Extend the arms out and then roll back, down onto your back. Straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, and bring it into the chest. Just a little bit of pressure, not a whole lot. Grab the knee with the left hand, bring the right arm out to a T, and then take a twist over to the left side. If you like a little bit of pressure on this right knee, just have a little bit of pressure with the left arm. You don't have to really crank it over to the side, but just a little pressure will turn up this treatment. And then, of course, fulfilling inhales and exhale, let go. Let go of tension that doesn't need to be there. Let go of stress that doesn't need to be there. Just a couple breaths here in our twist before we exhale and then inhale. Bring the knee back up to the center, hips on the ground. Give the knee another hug, bring it into the chest, maybe towards the armpit. And then slowly release, sole of the foot on the ground. Slide that leg forward, and then slide the opposite one towards you. Bring the left knee to the chest. Give it a hug. And then grabbing the knee with the right arm, bring the left arm out to a T. Take a twist to the opposite side. If you like a little bit of pressure, of course, use the right arm. Just giving the left leg a little bit of pressure, left arm out to a T. And breathe. When you inhale, think about the love coming into your body. And exhale, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. After your next exhale, bring the left knee back up to the center. Give it one more hug towards the chest, maybe armpit. And then release, sole of the foot on the ground. Slide it forward. Bring the arms down by the side body, palms facing up. Some space between the arms and the side body. Let the ankles relax. Let the feet splay out as they will. Feel the heels resting heavy against the earth. Feel the space, the air passing under the knees. Let the hips rest heavy, the shoulders, the upper arm, lower arm, back of the hand. Let everything just rest heavy. Surrender your weight to the earth. There may be sounds going on all around you, inside, outside. These are not distractions. It's just simply life happening. some things in life you have control of, some things you simply don't. It's okay to feel stress. But when you are stressed, it's important that you do something for yourself, something that's going to lift your mood, something that's going to calm you, whatever it may be. It's important just to do something for you. I'll leave you with those thoughts, and I'll be back with you in a small slice of time. Begin to bring awareness back to the body. Imagine your fingers, your toes, your legs, your arms. Invite small movements back to the fingers and toes. Touch all the fingers with the thumb. Wiggle the toes. Roll the wrists. Roll the ankles. Eventually, stretch the arms overhead. Point the toes. Feel length. The whole body. Turn the arms back down to the side and bend one knee. Place the sole of the foot on the ground. Press off that foot and roll onto one side. Using your arm as a pillow. Bending at the hips and the knees in this recovery posture, this fetal posture. Think of it as a transition from Shavasana, corpse pose, to a seated posture. We don't want to just press ourselves up too quickly, especially after relaxing our body like we did. Just gives the nervous system a chance to catch up. And when you're ready, and only when you're ready, press yourself up back to an easy cross-legged seated position, also known as Sukhasana. Walk the hips back, cross at the ankles, nice tall spine, palms on the knees. Adjust what you need to adjust. As we close out our practice today, I just want to say I hope you are de-stressed from this yoga session. I hope you took something away from it. And I wish you all the best. Let's take one last breath together. Circle the arms up with an inhale. Touch the palms overhead and bring the hands down to heart center. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.